Salute everyone. Salute, salute. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building. Divine Shot Powers. Yo, salute everyone. Salute, salute. What's good, man? We in here. Knicks Real Talk. Pre-game. Knicks in the Valley of the Sun. About to get it popping down here in Phoenix tonight. So salute to everybody, man. We having a little technical difficulty tonight, man. I'm out on location, man. Actually on vacation, so I'm not in the studio. So y'all bear with us tonight. But salute to everybody. Hope everybody out here they ready to get it popping. Knicks down in Phoenix tonight. We gonna get in here. We gonna talk about it, man, and break everything down. I got my man Shot Powers in the building with me. Shot Powers, what's good, my brother?
Peace to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Yeah, man, we here, man. You know, Knicks will talk another episode, man. Knicks on about to go on a 7-game West Coast trip. They start in Phoenix tonight. They got to go in there and get a win in the worst way. We haven't had a win in a while. It's looking pretty abysmal in New York City right now. But you know, we just got to keep fighting and keep scrapping, and try to come out this way and get a W, man. We just need it in the worst way, man. So let's hope we can go out there tonight and perform pretty well and try to bounce back. Cause we just haven't had it lately, man. It's been tough right now. It's a really tough season for the Knicks, man. Kind of disappointing to say the least, but we still got to keep grinding and keep moving and keep moving forward, man. So that's what we're gonna do. But I'm looking forward to the game tonight, man. And let's see what the Knicks can do. If they could pull out a W here or there, find a way just to get a win. And we need it, man. But real quick, for you know, salute to everybody. Like I said, the chat, salute to everybody out there where we streaming them from, man. I thank y'all for coming in tonight and everything like that. But salute to JW Will, salute to you guys, man. Thanks for coming in. We're just gonna get it popping real quick, man. Let me break down the lineups, man. You know, the Knicks coming out with the usual suspects. They got Alex Burks, R.J. Barrett, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. You know, the Phoenix Suns, they're gonna bring out Cameron Payne, Jay Crowder, Aiton. Let me get it right, Aiton and a couple other guys because my man is out right now. Health and safety protocol. Devin Booker's not playing. We know Chris Paul is out with a thumb injury, so that's going to be their lineup, man. Knicks on the injury front, same suspect, Derrick Rose, and Kemba Walker's not playing with the team. You know, and I think Obi Toppin might be game time decision with a hamstring injury. So we'll see how that go, man. But other than that, man, me and Shot Powell ready to get it popping, man. We ready to go in here, did the Knicks and pull out a victory, man, and get a win we need in the worst way for sure. So I'm really looking forward to see us taking advantage of these guys not being here, especially Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Okay, Shot Powell, and they can try to get a win, man. We just need one to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tonight another big game once again, and something to watch. You know, this is a game tonight that we possibly should win. But to talk about the Suns, they are top 10 team, top 10 in defense, top 10 in rebounds. These guys top 10 in assists, top 10 against 3-point attempts. This is a good team. Even without without the two guys that they have out tonight, this team is definitely a team to watch out for. And you know, our history against teams right now is not that great. You know, we build these big leads against teams right now, and we forfeit the we forfeit at the end of the game. So this is a team that you definitely gotta make sure that you put the pedal to the metal, push the pace, and try to get that ball in that basket.
Yeah,
Salute,
real
KJ.
talk. Absolutely. Hey, KJ, I got to get you the link, man. I'm having technical difficulties on vacation. I'm going to shoot the link to you to get you in some way. So bear with me, my brother. And I get my man KJ in here with us in a minute. Just got to get this thing popping. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing this come out and compete, man. I mean, that's just what we got to do, man. We just got to compete tonight and leave it all out on the floor, man, and find a way to get this victory, man, because we really need it in the worst way. So I'm really looking forward to the Knicks really getting it popping tonight, man. Like I said, we do need it, man. We just been struggling lately, and so we want to get in here and try to get this get this team a win, man. And I think that's what we got to do. We just got to go ahead and get it and try to get it popping, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, it ain't over till it's over. I'm much disappointed as I am. I still want this team to go out here, compete and battle and scrap and fight and play to win, man. You know what I mean? But they got a good opportunity tonight, being down two of their top players. And if you can't take advantage of this situation, I guess you'll never take advantage of one. You know what I mean? So let's hope that that's what they could do and get a win. But I would love to see Tibbs change it up a little bit, man. Obi Toppin might not play tonight. So if Obi Toppin don't play tonight, man, you got to let that young man get some McBride get some minutes. Even you got to bring Cam Reddish at the 4. You know what I mean? Whatever. But they got to find a way to get this young man some playing time because, like I said, I just um, and we just got to find a way to get this young man some playing time because we need his defense, man. Because our defense has been atrocious lately. We've been giving up too many points, man. And it's not even the offense; it's the defense. You know what I mean? We just giving up too many points, and I think that for me, that's what's so disappointing. Shot Powell, that the way our defense is playing, man, it's just not the New York Knicks right now.
Yeah, to know the New York Knicks, that the New York Knicks is the defensive-minded team, and this year, especially since December, they haven't really been a well-tuned defensive threat like they used to be, or even as in last year. Last year we were keeping teams under like 101 points, and this year we're giving up about 115. So that sums it up right there. And what we do need to do, man, we need to really get out. If we're not going to play defense on these guys, we got to try to outscore them. And that's what I think our mindset has been for the last couple of games. Try to get a lead, hold on to the lead, and try to build on the good starts that we've been having. But we just can't finish. We just can't get over the hump. But hopefully tonight will be the night that we can put together some defense, maybe put a little change up in the lineup. And like everywhere that I've seen on the internet, any of the podcasters, any of the streams and stuff like that, everybody is screaming, screaming, screaming for Deuce McBride. So hopefully tonight might be a night that maybe he can get in there and get some minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just time, man. I mean, I'm quite sure the New York Knicks front office tired to hear the fan base complain about him not playing. So he came in the last game, 1 minute, knocked down the trade ball off the top. You know, I mean, he had more points than than the other guys who played the whole than Alex Burks the whole game. So hopefully Tibbs do the right thing tonight, man, to get a brother some burn and let him go in there and try to do like the other guys, man, try to help contribute to a team win. We everything else is not working, then that's what's so disappointing right now because everything else is not working. Yeah, I understand Alex Burks, y'all like what he do and everything like that. But if they ain't working, let's get a young man the opportunity to go in there and see what he could do. Because I think right now, like we 3 games out of the All-Star break, we lost 3 more. We lost 3 in a row. Like I told you, after 5 games, I think it'll be a wrap, man. So let's hope that let's continue to fight and everything. But at the same time, I think they can use that young man's defense. I really do, man. You're right, Esco. That Evan defense, him and Bergson, they just ain't cutting it, man. So let's hope that Tibbs find a way to take advantage of that situation. Let that young man play tonight. Give him some minutes, man, and let him see he might be that spark that we need. You know what I mean? It won't hurt to let him get in there and get it popping. So I'm hoping Shop Howell that he really go in there and get it in there tonight, man. Let the man play.
I mean, I let Deuce play. The other guy that played the other gay, I can't even get his name out correctly. I think it starts with an A. let them all play. Let them run out there and do something different. Change the lineups up a little bit. Put people that you usually don't put with each other. Do a three-guard lineup or something like that. Put Taj in there with Randall and Mitch. Do whatever you got to do to try to get the New York Knicks right now, the fan base and everybody. I hear, and this is funny, but I want them to go out to win tonight. But I've been seeing it a couple of places. Everybody wants them to lose, and for different reasons for them wanting them to lose, lose so they could or tank so they could get a higher pick in the draft, or tank because you want Tom Thibodeau to get fired. And I don't think either either of those are going to happen. I think every game the Knicks are going to go out there with a plan to win, and I think Tom Thibodeau will probably be here next year for his third and final year if he can't get things together. Hopefully, Tibbs can get a team that he can coach better than the team that he started out with this year. Because you've seen our beginning of our year was kind of rough with Fournier and Kemba, and hopefully he could get those two positions filled this year, and I mean for next year, and have a better effort going forth. Because just 1 year ago, let's not forget, we were in fourth seed, and he was coach of the year. So um, he had a bad. This is a bad follow up from being coach of the year and then being in the fourth seed. But I think if you give Tibbs the team that he wants, or the team that he wants, I think we'll have better outcome.
Yeah, yeah, real talk. I think it's pretty much that way as well. But um, they didn't give him the soldiers he needed, man, and with everything going on through the course of the season, all the ups and downs and injuries and this and that. But what disappoints me is just the way we compete, man, in that fourth quarter. I think you got to find a way within yourself to say, I'm not going to let this team do this to me. And it seems like we don't have it. And one of the guys that we normally had it for us, Alfred Payton, which played for the Phoenix Suns. He
He
would be
might play
playing for
tonight.
Phoenix tonight. You know what I mean? So yeah. So, but now at this time, I think now time to go full rebuild. I think after these couple of games, I just think the more we lose, it's going to be hard to keep getting up in there. I just don't see where all of a sudden they think it turn it around. I mean, you know what I mean? KJ, I mean, Sharp Power just all of a sudden now turn it on, and next thing you know, you just rolling with it. It just seemed like I don't see that there, and normally we say, man, all they need is a win. Next thing you know, they get the second one, but just I guess that's the way they've been playing lately. It it just don't seem that way, man, and I'm hoping that's not the case. I wish the Knicks could prove me wrong. They go in there and go on a run, man. But it seems like every game we come on stream, the next time we watch the game, and then we get off, then we come back on the next stream. We thought the Knicks were going to make that run, and it seemed like it's just not happening. I mean, it's just not happening.
Yeah, well, Divine, a couple of these games were all like these like last five or so games up. I mean, you could say were all like semi heartbreakers, since the Brooklyn game when we were up 28 points. We've been up 28, 24, 21, 18, and this last game, I mean, we were up maybe I think 13 or 14 in the second or third quarter. So, and to see us build these leads and look good for minutes during the game, and then falter towards the end of the game because we can't get our defense right, and then we start going back to the same old ISO ball, and no movement, and everybody is stagnant, and you give the ball to Julius, and then three people double team him, and then we get mad at Julius because no one's moving and he makes a bad pass. So what we're gonna do, man. I'm optimistic, man. I think we can win the last 20 games in a row. Only thing we need is a win. I mean, optimistic and realistic is two different things, though. So, let's see what happens tonight, man. I really, really want to scream out for all the people that I've seen talking about McBride. Let McBride lose tonight. Let him lose tonight. I mean, he got in the other game. He got in the last game, and a couple of minutes, it came right off a good screen and shot a jumper, and it looked it pure. I think he could do that. I think he could do a little bit better than what Burks could do. I think he, if not do better, I think he could do at least the same as Burks, maybe with a little more assists. I think he'd be better even if he doesn't score. I think his assist to turnover ratio will be way better than what Burks is.
Yeah, yeah, real talk. Just yeah, I agree with you, man. Let Burks. I agree with you, Charlie King. Let Burks go back to the second unit, man. And I mean, to me at this point now, you have to find a way to get a spark, some energy in there on the defense. The offense is not the problem. They scoring points. They just can't stop nobody. So I really do believe that if he's that talented of a defensive player, Tibbs should play McBride. Right now, listen, Obi Toppin might be kind of um, they say he had a hamstring, so I'm not sure if he's going to play tonight. And if Obi Toppin don't play tonight, then you know what, you got to let Cam Reddish move up one spot, and then that way you let Burks move up to the three, and you let McBride play. I just think it's that simple. You know what I mean? So I know Ted don't is not a believer in him for some reason. I don't know why.
He's a
He feel like
rookie.
the point guard.
He's a rookie. He's not good with
Hmm.
rookies. He sits his rookies. He's like that old school. Remember the way Pat Riley used to coach when he used to get a rookie and he'll sit the rookie. Van Gundy used to sit the rookie, almost the whole year, unless it's a blowout or unless it's the end of the game for some garbage time or something like that. So he is in the mindset of like those great coaches right there. And he's not really regular. Last year was odyssey for him, if you ask me, because he gave IQ for being a starter a lot of starting minutes. You see, Obi didn't get many minutes as a starter, but we needed Obi to play because we didn't have someone to back up for Julius Randle. So those minutes that Obi got was because we needed him to play. I don't know if I don't know if we had another a power forward last year that Obi would have got as many minutes as he got last year. So I think he just he's that he want the rookie to sit there and watch and learn and do all this other stuff, give him garbage minutes and stuff like that. But right now, it's all garbage time right now, man. And this guy could be the spark to a 14 and 6 winning streak right now. That might be something that we could start do a do sanity out this.
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, but we got to figure it out, man, because I just believe that we are wasting valuable learning lessons with this young man. I think he could do a lot for this team. So I do hope that to do that. But tonight is like I said, we don't win tonight without Devin Booker and and Chris Paul, and Knicks don't come show up tonight. Shy Powell, I'm gonna be really disappointed, man. I mean, come on, you missing they creme de la creme player, two of their top creme de la creme players. You know what I mean? So I think Tom Thibodeau should go all out today, put everything out there, and let them cats go out there and get it popping. I just really believe I think they could win that game because all they need is a win. They just need one win. So let's hope that he can get out there and let these guys get out there and just play, man. You know what? That's gonna be interesting to see now they on the West Coast away from New York City and all that. But I think if the Knicks don't win tonight, man, I really believe that the light is starting to get dimmer. You know what I mean? The dimmer switch is starting to go down lower. The lights are getting lower. And the guys gonna start losing faith in what they do. You know what I mean? They're gonna start losing faith in what they do, and then next thing you know, they're gonna be like, we ain't gonna be able to win, and that's when he got to pull a plug. You know what I mean? So, if these veterans don't think they can get back in this thing, man, Tips need to pull the plug and just get in and accept the fact that the season didn't go the way you wanted to. Injuries, this and that. Not the player that we thought they were going to be. Sometimes you got to accept defeat if we get to that point. It might not be to that point yet, but when they get there, I think the Knicks as an organization and as a team got to set the fact that they're not going to be able to get in this thing. So now they need to do is just get and just let these young guys develop and play and learn and go into next year from top to bottom, from the top of the organization all the way down. Make some adjustments. Make some adjustments with the team or whatever the case may be. But right now we just have to see how tonight going to go. I do think it was some matches that I love to see. I want to see the R.J. Barrett and Devin Booker tonight. I want to see that DeAndre Ayton and Mitchell Robinson line matchup tonight. That's going to be a fun matchup. You know what I mean? So it is something I'm looking forward to tonight. You know, obviously Devin Booker not there, but I'm definitely looking forward to that DeAndre Ayton and Mitchell Robinson. You know, Mitchell Robinson had a pretty tough go in the first 3 games coming out the gate. You know, he had played in B twice. You know, he's the monster. He's been doing this thing, so now you know he got to play another monster, DeAndre Ayton. So it's going to be a big test for Mitchell Robinson tonight.
Yeah, this game for Mitchell is definitely going to be a big test because the more and more games that we get in and get closer to the end of the year is going to be more so to see what he's worth and what someone wants to pay him. Mitch is still young. I think his birthday is coming up next month, sometime in April. I think he'll be about 24 years old. So if, he really has some decisions that he really wants to make with his career and with his playing, and he got a couple of teams out there that really you know eyeing him pretty high. I don't know what someone would pay uh, Mitch outside of the New York Knicks. I think if I was GM for Mitch, the most that I would probably offer Mitch, and I really Mitch is I'm a homer for Mitch, man. Even in New York, if I was a GM on the other side of the thing, I may offer him the most uh 15 million, 3 years, with a player option. The most is what I think the New York Knicks would probably think about paying him for 3 years with a fourth year as an option. Now, do I think any other team would pay more than 15 million for Mitchell Robinson? I don't know. I don't know if another team will pay 17 million or close to 20 million dollars for Mitchell Robinson. What I don't know, but depending on which team it is and what they can utilize him with, and if that team has a point guard, you may see a different type of Mitchell Robinson. And he's still young, he's still teachable. He's at that age where you could teach him how to catch the ball and do a turnaround hook shot. He's still teachable where he can come there and instead of taking the ball at the top of the key and passing the ball off, turn around and face the basket and make 2 dribbles towards the basket and make a pass or shoot the ball. He's still teachable. So big things for Mitch, man. I hope that we can work something out where we can get closer on his contract to where he wants to be and where the Knicks could be more satisfied of giving him that money. But I don't know if I see it if Mitch is asking for more than 15, and I was pushing it by saying 15, man, but that's because I'm a home because I think 12, 13, 14 is 12, 13, 5. That's somewhere where Mitch should probably be. 15, I was pushing it. That's why I only gave him 3 years with an extra with a fourth year to sign again.
Yeah. I think well, you know what? It was interesting at the trading deadline. The Chicago Bulls went after Mitchell Robinson. Chicago Bulls went after him. But the Knicks didn't pull the trigger. Detroit wanted them. They didn't pull the trigger on Mitch. So they must for them not to pull the trigger. They must either they're going to see if they can get through the season, get in the playoffs, and all that good stuff to play in, whatever the case may be, and deal with it at the end of the season. But they can always sign and trade them. But I'm hoping they find a way to keep them. I like Mitchell Robinson. I think he makes a difference on this team, especially the way our defense playing now. We need him. You know what I mean? We really need him. Yep. Absolutely, Frank. Same starters, man. Yeah, absolutely, same starters. And Keith, you're right. I think Detroit will give him 15 million. I really believe that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Man, listen, when the man is on, he's on. You know what I mean? It's just tough right now with the situation, the way our team playing overall. You know what I mean? We just stink up the joint so bad. It's like, it seems like we just can't get together. Um, but Will says sounds like Knicks are lowballing Mitch. They can offer him 448. Apparently, they haven't offered on that yet.
Yeah, 4 years, 48 million. That's like 12 million a year. I think the Knicks probably went at him about 10, 10, 5 or something like that because I believe that they're going to move off of Noel's contract and try to give Mitch the money that they probably was giving Noel or somewhere around there. I mean, I think they probably might have offered him the same money that Noel's getting right after they trade him, and Mitch probably wants closer to 15. That's where I'm thinking. I'm high. I'm just throwing it out there. That's what I think. I think they may have offered him the same amount of money that they offered Noel, and I think Mitch is probably looking for 15 from somewhere. Because
And, you know,
I don't think I see nobody paying like I forgot who it was just in the chat. I don't think I see Mitch getting more than 15 from pretty much anybody. 15 for 3 years, 45 million. I mean, I think that's where he's at.
you know what I do think that can happen though. I kind of agree with Keith Turner on this. This only reason I'm here is why I agree with Keith Turner at 15 million, because the salary cap is going up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now the salary cap is going up. A championship team, somebody like Miami, can afford to give him 15 million because they know they know what Mitch could do for them. You know what I mean? So I think I think it depends on what team who he go to, because I do believe that. Hey, listen, if Clint Capella can get 23 million a year for 2 years or 40 million for 2 years, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody bite on that Mitch thing. Because I do think that he's that talented when it comes to the defense and I think if we had a point guard that could really get the ball to him and allow him to grow on the offense, then it might it might be a whole different thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Esco, it seems that way, man. It seems like Tibbs sticking with these guys till it's over, man. I'm disappointed with that, man. I just think that you got to get Deuce McBride a chance to get restarting them, but he got to play tonight. If he start them dudes, it is what it is. But my thing is, you got to let that man play tonight, though. So we hopefully Deuce McBride do get some burn, whether even if we keep the same starters. But I don't know, Tibbs. You're killing me right now, brother. I've been trying to defend Tibbs all year, but you're kind of killing me right now because I do think that it's time to switch it up, man. You just switch it up. If it ain't winning, what you gonna do? I mean, if it ain't winning, if you're not winning and you still putting the same thing out there, that tells me that's a problem to me. Because sometimes you got to shake things up just to see if it's gonna make a difference. And if you're gonna keep starting the same old rotation and keep making the same, and these cats keep bringing up the same. Listen, the last game, Alex Burks and Evan Fournier got torched in the backcourt by Maxey and my man. They got ate alive, bro. And I'm like, if that's not like to me a eye-opening situation where you got Evan Fournier and Alex Burks, 10-year veterans, 10-year veterans, let Maxey and my man give them the business. I just thought that out. And I just thought that was, to me, that was a telltale sign to me right there that it's time to sit them boys down.
Yeah, I can't explain it to you, Frank Montos. I can't explain it. I don't know why he's still complaining. I don't know why either.
Yeah, that's what I want to see right there, Frank. McBride, RJ, Randall, Mitch, and that's the squad right there. I mean, that's what I don't get, man. I'm like, man, you talking about good defensive team, length. You know what I mean? RJ back at the 2, playing bully ball at the 2. I mean, man, you got Cam registered at the 3, 6'8", athletic. I mean, yeah, that's a lineup. You know what? I wouldn't even have a problem with that lineup going into next season. I kid you not.
Yeah, that's not a bad lineup.
I wouldn't have a problem with that lineup right there. If the Knicks came out the gate next year with that lineup out, I still think they good. Because you got defenders all up and down that lineup. You got defenders all up and down that lineup, bro. So I'm like, man, I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever. But we got to see what this guy gonna do, man, because it's starting to get, from a fan base standpoint, we all starting to get disappointed about this stuff, man. Because we just think that these guys Tibbs should have shook this thing up a little bit. Like I said, it'd be different if you was winning, but you're not winning. So why keep rolling out the same thing if you're not winning? Yo, Nick P, peace to the God, peace, Nick P, peace to my brother. Yeah, man. That's what's disappointing, Shad, that if for the last 8-9 games it haven't been working. Now here's the thing: now you can't even blame it on Kemba Walker no more.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't even you blame it on Kemba Walker anymore, man. Not that you blame the whole thing on him, but you can see even with him not playing, it's just these cats don't seem like they got no heart to me. You know, that's what it seems like it's the problem to me. Like when somebody go up against them, man, it seems like they backing down. You know what I mean? For real. Yeah,
Yeah, we
you ain't lying, Frank Matos. Yo, real quick, man. Yo, salute, prayers, and thoughts to everybody out there in Ukraine, man.
yes,
Keep your
sir.
heads up out there in Ukraine, man. That shit is crazy, man. But you cats, Ukraine, we with you. You already know how we get down over here, man. Just keep your head up, man. But real talk, man. But yeah, our team got to get better, man. We got to find a way. We got to find a way to get better. Because Star Powers, after the next two games, I don't think we're gonna be. If we don't win the next one of these next two games, or two, if we don't come up to the West Coast trip with a over 500, then it's a wrap. Then
Yeah,
yes, indeed.
right now. I think we're about 3.5 to 4 games out of the 10th spot, and it's going to be a hard way to come back right now because one, we're so far down, and we have so much ground that we have to make up. And you know, and the worst thing about the whole thing is Atlanta's been trying to help us. Atlanta's been losing a couple of games, and I think they lost two out of the last three. Two out of the
Mhm.
last 4 games or something like that. They lost a couple of games, and they're trying to help us, but we just can't. We can't climb that we can't climb the ladder, and we're only two and a half games out of 11th. I at least would like for us to move up one. I do not, and I will repeat this. I do not want the Pacers to come back and be ahead of us and take our 12th spot at least. I definitely don't want to see that, man. That is there because I think they're like 21, 22 game, 21 wins now, and we're only 25 games, so they're only probably 3.5, 4 games from in front of us, and they have the tiebreaker against us. So
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic, and the funniest but the worst thing about all of this is we had the tiebreaker against Atlanta so far. We play Atlanta again, and we play Washington coming up in the next couple of games, Washington and Atlanta. So if we could get a win tonight, it'll just help us to see where we're going to land. In these next 20 games, man, I believe we can win all 20 games, but that's just me being a Knicks fan and being super optimistic. Reality hits once that third end of the third quarter, going into that fourth quarter starts.
Yeah, real talk. To me, what's interesting. You see how the way we feel about everything going on right now. I wonder how the front office feel about if they hearing the noise from the fan base, like we pretty much done tapped out on tips. You know what I mean? I wonder what's there with their mind frame, their state of mind. Excuse me. Knowing that they hear us out here, like kind of feeling like Tibbs is just, Then you had the situation with Worldwide West, and then, so it's going to be an interesting off season if we don't get up here. We don't get in here and get back in this thing. The off season going to be really interesting. This here's the thing we always got to keep in mind. With the Tibbs situation, this is different. Tibbs got 1 year left on his deal. Only 3 years was guaranteed. So depending on how the outcome of the season, that's going to be something that not that I'm cramming for it, but I'm just talking about the fan base overall. You never know that the front office might say, you know what, everybody done tapped out. You know what I mean? They tapped out. They don't think that his style of coaching is what they want. They might feel like it's time to move on and go another way. And it might be the case. Will say he don't see Tibbs back next year. It's very possible. I mean, it's very possible. I kid you not. It's very possible.
I kind of feel like this. I think Tibbs is going to come back next year.
Okay.
I think Tibbs is on a 3-year deal. I think he's going to come back at least majority of the season next year. And but I think what next year will hold for Tibbs is he will have a team that he can really coach. I think next year he is going to have a a point guard next year. I think he is going to have a bona fide point guard, and Even if we go into tank, I don't think we take the pick that we get. Only way I think we take the pick if we're in like the top four. If somehow we're like seventh or eighth right now or something like that. So if we somehow move up to maybe the fourth or the third pick or something like that, that's the only way. But I think the pick that we have this year is going to go into a package with two of the guys that we're going to get rid of this year and one of the two guys and try to get a bona fide point guard. So I see something happening maybe with Mavericks or I see something happening with San Antonio. We got a first round pick, and if it's a higher first round pick, I think they could. I think we can make a trade. I think we could also probably get off a contract with Fournier if we try to go San Antonio route, or even to the Mavericks because I think he could go. I think him and the Mavericks wouldn't be a bad fit either. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something with that first round pick that we got this year with Fournier to look for one of those guards in either in San Antonio or in at Mavericks.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's going to be a very interesting off season to say the least. It really is, and I get it, man. I really do. I get the side of the fan base who want him out, and I understand the side of the fan base who want to give him more chance. I'm good either way, but I do think that this year it wasn't. I think what more people probably concerned upset about to me Shop Howard's not about not. I think the fan base is more upset to me that we done got this far and he still haven't brought the other certain like Deuce McBride and Cam Reddish them at this, and I think that's what they more disappointed. And I don't even think it's the wins and losses because I don't. I'm not going to blame Ted for the wins and losses this year. But I think a lot of people starting to get frustrated because like what, Ted, you believing that these guys that you got in there are going to get us back out of this, and it seems like it's not happening. And I think so. I think for me, from what I see, I think these guys is more, ladies and gents, excuse me, is more upset that okay, you know what, you still rolling with the Alex Burkses of the world. You're not giving McBride a chance. You still rolling with certain guys where these other guys should be playing more. And I think that's what I think that. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think that's what a lot of these guys are more upset about is that Tibbs not giving opportunities to the guys like McBride. Now Sim finally on a regular, but like Cam Reddish even more when Fournier having a bad game. I just he's still trusting, believing that these guys is gonna pull him out of his hole, and I don't even see that happening. I just don't see these guys. They don't have the heart to meet Shop Powell. I kid you not, man. I'm not knocking Burks, but you look at our team though. Who's that grime dude? Who was the grimiest dude on the Knicks roster right now? I think that's what we missing. Where's that grimy dude at? And I don't even know. I don't know who's the grimy one. You know what I mean? And that's what got me kind of like, wow. Who's that cat gonna say, man? I'm gonna go hard. I've had to give you an elbow. You come down the lane with some old BS. I'm gonna send it up out of there. And I do think that's what I'm concerned about. That's why we lose these fourth quarters. There's nobody with no dog in them. Where them dogs at? You know what I mean? And I thought we would come into the season, we might have had some, but I think like I said, I keep harping back when Elwood Payton pushed Jay Crowder down to the floor when he tried to shoot that 3-pointer last year on the Knicks. He was like, nah, dog, you ain't disrespecting us like that. You know what I mean? Or Reggie Bullock, like, giving cats the hard time, man. I just think we don't have that. And I think that's the reason why we're losing a lot of these fourth quarters because nobody is stepping up and say, I'm going to shut this cat down or I'm not going to let you just run amok. And I just think that's where it's at, man. And that's why I'm disappointed that McBride is not playing. Because I think that kid got something special about him, man. It's certain guys that like they got something about them. So when I seen that cat coming again, he start picking up full court. He hawking these cats and you don't see the other cats doing that. Quickly started the season like that, but I don't see these guys, man. And that's what's got me disappointed that where these dogs at. You know what I mean, Shop Howard. But let's hope to see, man. Let's see how they play tonight. If they don't win tonight and you don't have Chris Paul and Devin Booker, then I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I like I say, I'm optimistic. I think tonight is a game that the Knicks should come out and they should perform and they should win the game tonight. But as I say that, I've said that in the last 2 months about three times the same thing. There was teams that I thought that the Knicks were going to come out. I thought they were going to come out and do well against them, and I thought they were going to get the win, and they didn't. So optimistically speaking, I think the Knicks have a great chance with the line with the game tonight. Not so optimistic about Burke starting again. Once again, I'm screaming out for all the fans and everybody out there: Free McBride, Free McBride, Free McBride.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just, and it only, Chef House. I mean, it wouldn't even hurt for one game. You know what I mean?
What?
Throw the man in there for one game. You throw him in tonight, and see what the man can do. He might, if you feel like, okay, after this game, because remember when Jericho Sims played the first game, he was he was iffy, but the second game he got down, and then in the third game he was a little bit iffy again because of foul trouble. That's why Tibbs had to put Todd Gibson in there because I just can't wait till either we in it or we out of it. As much as I want us to be in it, but I just can't wait till we out of it. Then there's no excuse. Then you know what I mean. If we're not going to get in that play in, let's get in. Let's let that come upon us so he can start getting these kids ready for next year. You know what I mean? So either way it go, we're gonna fight to get in this fight, man. But he still got to change this thing up. I just don't think it's going. I don't see us going nowhere if you don't get these young guys with some energy. And see, by the fourth quarter, like you guys always say, they're a little tired, and plus they didn't got no dog in them. So to me, you put the young guy in there who got the energy and might have a little. See, they more hungrier. See, that's one thing I can say about the young guys, Shy Power. They hungry. They trying to fight for an NBA career. These other guys already established. I mean, they established. They got their money. They got their 19 million. They got their 10, 15 million. These young guys is hungry, and that's what I think we're not playing with in the fourth quarter. We're not playing with hungriness. So put somebody in there who hungry. You know what I mean? Who gonna want to? And I think you'll get a different outcome. I just think that sometime when guys not going well, they seem to start saying, "Nah, man, we." I just think other than R.J. Barrett. Randall keep fighting, you know what I mean? But I just think that the Burks experiment is over. He's a scorer, not a point guard. I think the Fournier thing, he's up and down. You know what I mean? And that's what's hard for me to just, because a shop how literally, man, these last 6 games, it's just that West Coast trip blowing a 28-point lead,
Yeah,
21
man.
point leads,
Yeah,
23-point lead. That's tough, man. It's tough for me
yeah.
to just try to defend that stuff. You know what I mean? We only get defended but so much. So let's hope that tonight, man, they give it. They shop out. I'm with you. I'm hoping the Knicks can still fight and turn this thing around. Because you know what? Think about the way Atlanta been losing real quick. We should have been up in this thing, man.
Right, man. We should have been
Oh,
past them already, man. Right now,
mm,
if in the last 5 games, I think they were 2-5, 2-3, or they lost a couple of games in a row, man. I think it was two, then they won one, and then they lost one and won one. So if we could have went out of these last 5 games, man, we might be tied with them or something like that. You know what I mean? We might be tied with them or something like that. We play them later this month. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we play them. We play the Washington, the two teams right in front of us, man. And I'm not sure which one is first. I think it's Atlanta, then Washington, but I'm not 100% sure. But we need to take those 2 games. We need this game tonight, man. This game tonight is a very big game, man. And like we always say, man. And I want them to come out to perform, man. They have to play with pace, and I hope that Tibbs decides to put Burks in. If he wants him to start, that's fine. Start Burks, but give him 4 or 5 minutes in the beginning and bring in McBride and see what happens, man. See what happens
yeah,
with McBride and take him from the end of the first quarter to the beginning of the second quarter.
yeah, yeah. That's me. Yeah. I'm hoping the same way. Esco. I'm with you, man. I want that play in as well. Don't get me wrong. I believe that
Yeah,
I want that play in. And but that's why I said the next 2 games going to determine what really happens with this thing, man. But we're gonna be in it, we're gonna be out of it. You know what I mean? I really think that's what's gonna happen. So we got to see how this thing go, man. But I'm gonna keep keeping on, man. And but all I asked him to do is that just try something different for a minute or two. There's nothing wrong with going to McBride for a minute to see if he can spark the team, put a different person with a different type of energy in there. And then if it don't work in a couple of games, what you got to lose? What you got to lose? Then you go back. You can go back to your status quo if you want to. But I think the fan base is clamoring for this cat to give these guys the chance to go in there and do something different, man. Like the young man came in the other day, baseline three corner. I'm a left side 3-point shot, knocked it down. Played some in 1 minute. He had me more psyched in 1 minute than Alberto had me the whole game. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, peace, D. Ross, peace. So it's a tough situation, man. But I just want to see the Knicks scrap the fight, man. Lay it out on the line. If you're gonna go out, don't go out soft. You know what I mean? Go out fighting and competing. Even if you lose the game, that's why I want these young guys like Cam Reddish to develop. I think the Knicks got to sign Cam Reddish back next year. From what I see, I think this dude can play a major part for the Knicks next year, man.
Major.
I think Cam Reddish can play a major part for the Knicks next year. I really do, man. I like his size. I like his energy. I like his game. So you just think about the good pieces that we got down there and that's why I just want to see McBride play, just to know what we got. It'd be different if we seen them enough this year. Like, he don't got it. We don't know. But you don't know what he got, man. You can't rip up the G League like that and then don't get an opportunity to come on a big level and play. Because I think it's unfair because that's what it's called. It's called the developmental league, where he done showed and proved that he can play. So so let him play. I do believe this here. I do think he's gonna play tonight. I do think he's gonna play tonight. And I could be wrong, but I got that feeling that he's gonna put Deuce McBride out there tonight. But especially if Obi out with that hamstring.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah. I
Hey,
mean
Will, I'm with you.
that's all we've been waiting for, just to see. Our only real point guard aside from D Rose to play. He hasn't played, and I thought he would have played when Sim started. I thought they should have pulled back a little bit of minutes from Burks and gave a little bit more minutes to him, but it didn't happen. But hopefully tonight we'll see something from him. And if he gets out there and he gets 18 minutes, 16, 18 minutes, and he got 14 points and 6 assists and 5 rebounds and 2 steals, you ain't gonna see he's gonna be in the game for the rest of the 20 games, and then we'll see what happens. But that starting lineup that was in the chat with him, RJ, Reddish, Mitch, and Randall, that should be the team that they start with tonight. They should
Yeah,
start with that.
man.
They should start with that team tonight and see what happens, because with McBride, RJ, and Reddish, those are really defensive minded players. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
and I think that would energize Randall to play, because Randall could play some defense when he wants to, but he could play some defense. And with Mitch back there, you know what's wrong with Mitch, man? Sometimes why he's getting into he seems like he's out of place and stuff like that, because our point guards are getting burnt they getting burnt and pulling Mitch right out to them, and he's getting, it's not that he's getting into problems, but by the time he gets off his man, he comes to play the defense, and what happens, the man passes the ball to Mitch's man that Mitch came up to help out, where our guards are not stopping the ball. They're not stopping the ball. That north and south thing, they running that. I mean, they do it less when Mitch is in the lineup, but once Mitch goes out, man, the point guards on the opposing team run up and down like it's the I-95, man. They run right up and down like nothing, like and that's why we need a better front court right now, and with McBride, with Deuce started with pushing RJ back to the 2. That's already a good start right there. I'm not even saying anybody else, but 1 and 2, you got RJ and McBride in the backcourt. Yeah, I'll be happy with that for the next 20 games.
Mhm. Yeah, know what's interesting. What I'm really looking to see. These next 3 games gonna be next 2 things. Remember, like I said, at the first 5 games coming out of the All-Star break, you will know what this team is made of. But I'm really looking to see what's moving forward the next 2 or 3 games, because I do think the next 2 or 3 games can determine a lot. And like I said, and I look at like Keith Turner. One thing about Keith, keeping 100 about this the whole time. He ain't waver nothing. I respect Keith. Keith just like Tibbs is out. He just got to get him out. And then I respect Keith for that. 'Cause Keith staying true. He ain't resting on his laurels. But so when we go into next year, man, it's like this here. What are the Knicks gonna do if Tibbs got the same philosophy? Let's say if he come back next year. I got to bring this up because it's important. I think if Tibbs come back next year, but we come out the gate slow, I think it's over. I'll say that. I'll say if Tibbs come out the gate, if they bring Tibbs back next year, but he come out the gate slow, then it might be a different thing. What I'm hoping is that that these young guys finish the season strong, so Tibbs can get a better evaluation of them. Because I think that's what he need to do. Because like y'all guys said, a lot of you guys don't think Tibbs gonna play the young guys, and so we got a young team down there. We got about 10 youngsters down there, man. All them cats are young. You take out, like I said, Derrick Rose, Todd Gibson, Noel, Alex Burks, or Fournier. Everybody else is pretty young. Julius is like 26, something like 27, whatever. It's still a young team down there. You know what I mean? But when you got a team that young, shot power to play the youngsters, man. If you got a team, bunch of them, might as well play some of them. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
I would love to see Tibbs try to acclimate these guys going forward through the rest of the season, just to know what you got going into the training camp. Because when you go to that exit meeting, you can say, okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you next season, and the all season work on this, work on that, blah blah blah. So I think it's important for Tibbs to play these guys. So when the end of the season comes, like I said, and Leon Rose got that exit meeting, he gonna tell who gonna be back, who not gonna be back. Then they know. You know what I mean? But it's they gotta play these cats, man, and let them cats see what they gonna do, because it's gonna be interesting this all season for all of us for sure. Knick fans as well. It's gonna be
uh,
interesting.
it definitely going to be something to watch. This off season is going to be one interesting off season with all the players that I think will probably majority of the team that we have this year will not be on this team next year, and I'm hoping that they pull the cord or ring the bell or throw the rope, whatever you want to call it, and grab one of these point guards out here that's up on the chopper block. And there's like three names out there, that's been speculated out there. But one of the three names that I wouldn't mind seeing here is the guy from the Mavericks. But I think we kind of have that type of style guy. Just he's not. We have him right here on the Knicks, McBride. He's just not. He's young. He's 21, and in 2 or 3 more years, I think with some good tutelage and stuff like that, learning the speed of the game and stuff like that, I think McBride is going to be pretty okay, man. So I mean, we need a point guard. So one way or the other, I'm just gonna say this again. I'm screaming out for the fans. Free McBride, man. Free McBride.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely that time. But we're gonna see tonight, man. This is a winnable game tonight. I just think Knicks they can win the game tonight. Like I said, you if you go down there and you don't win without Devin Booker and Chris Paul, man. I mean, I know they still got the other guys out there, Cameron Payne and all these guys. It's about the team anyway. Your team makes you good, but still you missing two of your all-star players basically. And, so I'm looking for the Knicks. No excuses tonight, man. I'm looking for a win tonight in the worst way.
Yeah,
I I just think the
yeah,
Knicks should be able to win that game tonight. With it's going to be a tough game still. You playing on the road. You playing in a hostile environment. You still got Mikal Bridges. You still got Ayton. Cameron Payne to run amok if you let him. So I'm eight and all them guys, man. And they got Jay Crowder there. You got Alfred Payton. You got Alfred Payton there. You know what I mean? You know, Alfred Payton might get a triple double tonight. You know what I mean? He might. This is a revenge game for me. Yeah, he might get a triple double tonight, man. It's
Yeah,
the real talk.
Divine. That's word up, man. I'm telling you. Earlier today, I said the same thing. I said, yeah, watch Alfred come out here and get like 9, 10 points, 7, 9 rebounds, 5, 6 assists, looking good, 2 steals. Throw Burks down on the ground and stand over him and look at him or something like that. So I hear you, man. I hear you, man. I hope that doesn't happen. But I think he's
Right.
gonna. I think he's gonna play tonight. I think he's gonna play tonight. So we see what happens.
Yeah. I can see it coming, man. I really
Yeah. I
can.
mean, let's not forget Alfred Payton in the beginning of last year, man. He was scoring about 16 points. He couldn't hit a 3-pointer for the life of him. But he had a couple of 16, 18, 22, 24 point games in the beginning part of the season. He was getting to the hole something, and majority of the time he would get it in. He couldn't shoot a shot or a short jump shot, but he would drive it to the hole, man. So I mean, and this would be a revenge game, man. We have so many games that we go up against someone and the player on the team just explodes on us, man. Does something. Well, he come out here tonight and hit like 5 3-pointers on us or something like that tonight or something like that. It's gonna be something crazy with Elfrid coming in tonight, and I don't really want to see it. So I hope they can hold him down. I hope they can put LeBron in there by then, at least try to put some defense on him, because I see Elfrid Payton coming out tonight trying to be a big time player to let you know what you let me got off of my contract, and I'm gonna pay you back tips.
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting to see. You know he's gonna want to D up Burks.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, man? Knicks got to win it tonight, though. Shop out. They got to win it tonight. They don't win tonight, guys. It's about to be close to a wrap to me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hang in there, shop out. You know me, bro. I'm trying to hang
I'm
in there.
I'm right there with you, Divine. I
But
mean,
every time, oh man.
I'm right there with you. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm right there with you, man. I just one will stop the bleeding. Even though you're putting a band-aid on a 22-inch stab wound or something like that, but at least it'll stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yep. That's all. Yeah, that's all. And that's honesty. Because, like I said, a win to make you feel good about something, and especially if we win and Cam Reddish have a nice 15-point game. Or I mean, what can we say about R.J. Barrett, man? I mean, I don't want to end everything on that sad note. That brother is balling out. He is balling out right now, and I think the best is yet to come for that young man. He going to the off season, and he mastered that free throw line and keep shooting that three ball. I think it's game over. I think that young man trying to prove all the doubters wrong. They've been playing him for the first 3 years he's been here. You know what I mean? He not under one of the best 25 and under players. He's not worthy of being. He snubbed him off the rookie team. I mean, he just got so much motivation and he's taking it to another level. So I mean, at a lot of things that might be going bad, we got to say R.J. Barrett is the real deal. I mean, his confidence is growing every day. I like the way he's trying to direct these young guys on the team. He's trying to grow up to be a leader, Shop Howard, and so I think that even though the season might not went to where we want to, but I do think the emergence of R.J. Barrett, Quentin Grimes, is something to look forward to. Cam Reddish, that's I'm hoping. In the process of trying to win, we keep developing these guys, man. Because I think we got a special crop of young players in New York. I really do, man. I think we got a special crop of young players. I never been more excited than a bunch of young players in New York in all these years than like this year. This year we got a very special group of young players, and that's what's so disappointing that McBride not getting his burn. I think if anything they sleeping on. Yeah, I get it. He might don't go downhill like all the rest of them, but hey, you don't. Everybody else can go down the hill, so you don't need everybody going down there. But I don't. I think you don't know till you give them a chance. Um, and I'm happy with the draft we got. We just got to play him. You just got to play him. For
Yeah,
real.
I believe the young guys that we have on the team. We really haven't had this many young guys on the team. And to tell you the honest truth, I don't even remember. I don't even think I can't even think back to a team that had that where we were this young. I can't even remember a team that we were this young. So this is a very very young team that we have right here. Uh, uh, Half of our team is under 25, and these guys are not even getting their first big contracts yet. It's a lot of things. And Randall is playing. I mean, RJ is playing ball. RJ is starting to come into his own, and he's starting to get that grown man face on him when he plays ball now. Before he used to have the look on his face like, but now when you see him and he got that you see that snarl that he got. He's paying attention. He's picking up a little different. His bop is a little different. He's grabbing rebounds. He's getting assists. He's scoring high double digit numbers. Yeah, and the one thing that I like about what RJ is doing this year, him having Reddish for the offseason. I think him and Reddish get back together. They start working some 1 and 2 man games, start working some screen games, some pickup games, whatever they do to get some of what they already know about each other back oiled up and greased up for next year. I think that tandem next year is going to be a real dynamic tandem, and I hope that we can pull together. If we're not going to be starting McBride, which I don't think we're going to start next year, I hope we get a premier point guard to go along with those two guys, to make it a big three up top, man. Because a lot of teams that that strive together, that move forward together, that makes the playoffs together, that have teams that have three three really good players that work together and is constant contributors to the ball game. So let's hope that RJ and Reddish can really mesh together over the summer, and we really can get a point guard this year. But once again, I said real quick, RJ, keep playing ball, man. You getting busy since December. You getting busy, man. I love you, man.
Yeah, yeah. A 19, real quick on your other chat. Where you think Johnny Davis is going to fall in the draft? You think he top five? Where you think his draft position going to be? 19 con for as Johnny Davis. I haven't got a chance to watch him that much in college. I haven't got to watch a lot of ball this year. Where you think he's going to land, and do you think that he's got a chance to get him, or where would they need to be if you think that's a guy that they should get? Um, yeah, RJ did his thing, man. And they just gotta build around that. And he said six. Okay, yeah, 90 cons at six. That's definitely doable, depending on how the season ends up. And it's so crazy, man. We got a couple of we got picks. If it's somebody the Knicks really want, they got picks to get somebody, man. I mean, they can give up 2 first rounders to get a first rounder. You know what I mean? They could move up in it. So it's really gonna be interesting to see what they do. I do think though, Sharp Power, I got a feeling they just gonna go. They're gonna try to go big game hunt, man. I don't know. That's what's my feeling. I think if Tibbs going to be here, they're gonna try to put themselves in position to go for a star.
I believe, like I said, man, I think Tibbs is going to be here next year, and the team that Tibbs have next year is going to have a facilitating, bona fide point guard that can score, that can rebound, and that can get assists and to push pace. I believe that wholeheartedly, and I believe if Tibbs gets the team, a team that he wants out there on the court, I don't believe this year this team was exactly what Tibbs wanted. I believe he put together and tried to implement things to get things going. But if Tibbs could get him a bona fide point guard with RJ and Reddish starting, sky's the limits. They
Yeah,
going
yeah.
big fish. They going big fish hunting. There's no question. They going big fish hunting. They have to get two. They got to get like three people, but one major part of this thing. They can't go another year without a point guard. They just can't.
Hey, 19 Con, I tell you, 19 Con with the emergence of Josh Giddey, I wouldn't be surprised if SGA wanted to get up out of there and come to a different market. I would keep my eye on that as well. I really
You
would.
you
I
you
would
didn't
keep my eye on the SGA thing.
you didn't see the picture with him talking about coming back and he's dribbling the ball. And what court is he dribbling the ball on? He's dribbling the ball on the Knicks court. That picture that was taken about, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Um,
Hmm.
he was talking about something about coming back or doing something, and he was dribbling the ball, and the ball he was on the New York Knicks court. Now I don't know what that's hyperbole. That's thrown out there, but I think if you were SGA, I think I would probably be dribbling on my court where I play at instead of playing on the opposing team's court. But that's neither here nor there. That's amping things
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. Him and RJ got a really good rapport.
Very good rapport.
Very good
Very
rapport.
good.
So
Could you
that
imagine?
that'll
Could
be
you
interesting.
imagine those three? SGA, RJ, and Reddish.
Man, and you got Grimes out there. I mean, they like I said,
Then you
the
got a
Knicks.
killer backcourt. Yep.
Yeah, they got some weapons. You know what? And it's interesting because now we're gonna have to see what happens with Obi Toppin in the summer because he only got a 3 year deal. His rookie deal was only three. You got to see what's gonna happen with Obi quickly. That's what make the limit so interesting. Shot Powers because you know these players that's not playing now. I don't think they're gonna want to be here if they not get no burn next year. I just don't see that. I don't see these guys wanting to play for the Knicks next year if they're not going to get no burn. They might say, you know what, they might just want to go somewhere where they're going to get opportunity. So it's going to be really interesting next year. Spider, yeah, I can see. I love the Spider thing, bro. It's that's why now there's not only a tough. It's going to be an interesting off season for the Knicks, but for the whole. Let's say if the Utah Jazz don't get out go to the finals, and they was projected to go. They wanted to get there. Let's say if the things don't go the way they wanted to go, or let's just say Minnesota don't go the way they wanted to go. You know what I mean? It's going to be a very interesting off season. And hey, but let's start by hope we can get in this play-in first, and if we can't get in the play-in, then we'll take it from there. But you got to keep fighting for this play-in, man, until we play ourselves out. And the only thing I want Tibbs to do is, even though we fight for the play-in, play the young guys. Just play them. You know what I mean? You still can fight with them dudes,
Yep.
scrap and fight, and use them for in certain situations like McBride. To me, if somebody making a run on the Knicks, it would be obvious to say, okay, you know what? Call a timeout, bring your defense guys in, try to slow the pace down. That's a different than me than this year than last year, and maybe because of the timeout rule. Because you know how sometimes like when you shot power when you up 3 points in a game, the coach would call timeout and switch offense for defense. I don't see that much this in the league like I used to. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll be like, yeah, okay, we down five. It's like a minute left. We need to stop cats. Call a timeout. Switch it. Put your defense player in there. Let them try to hold the defense down, and then hopefully you can bring your offense player in. Maybe it's not enough timeout like it used to be, but I know that's something I used to do all the time in basketball, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's this. I mean, oh man, this is gonna be a off season to really. This is gonna be one of the ones that you watch all the way from the end of the playoffs all the way until next year. I mean, this year October. So this is gonna be something to watch with all these other things going on, man. All these names out there. All these people that are talking about tied to the Knicks and who could be with the Knicks, and it's a whole lot of things to go on, man. Is Randall going to be here? That trade room is going to flare back up, I believe, over the summer. I think that's going to be out there. Is Randall fit for the Knicks? Does he fit well with RJ? and blah blah blah. They're gonna trade him or they're gonna trade for him. It's gonna be so many things. It's gonna be so much content that we're gonna have that October is gonna seem like it's only two months away. I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. Give me your gut feeling on the season. Do you still think we got an opportunity to get up in this
Yeah.
thing? What's your gut feeling? You still feel the same way?
Yeah. To this, even to this day, man. Even tonight's game, man. I think we can win. It's what 8 and 20 games left, 19 games left. I think we can win them all. It's 20 games left, right? Yeah, 20 games. I think we can win every last game. That's how optimistic I am. Realistic and optimistic is different, but optimism for the New York Knicks. That's my team, man. That's my team, man. And I think they could go ahead and win every game. And what I hope could start the winning is putting McBride tonight on that second unit, and McBride turns it up tonight. McBride does something incredible tonight, gets something nice double digit, a nice double digit scoring tonight, and some good rebounds and something like 7, 8 assists. That would put him in the starting lineup. That would put Burks on the bench. I think that's one of the reasons why Tibbs doesn't give him that much burn, because if you put McBride out there and he's lighting it up, who you gonna sit down? The odd man out right now is Burks, and maybe that's the reason why we don't see as much as a McBride as we do, because if McBride go out there and do anything like he does in the G League, Burks is sitting it down. He's sitting it down. He's gonna be sitting right on the bench next to Noel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like 19 Con rather go get the young guy to put on here. So like I said, it's part of the fan base want to keep moving, part don't. And it's understandable. What I mean, some people want to see the Knicks fight. To keep fighting and scrapping. I guess what a lot of people is tired of getting the eighth pick, tired of us getting the ninth pick. Other than R.J. Barrett at the three pick, um, you know, and it worked out. RJ became the third pick. We got him. The next year we went, we got to the playoffs. This year, it kind of went backwards. So, do we want to just say get and I can get it right now because it's so late in the season. But we had to see, man. I'm all for winning. I'm always about winning. You know what I mean? And even though if you start the young guys and they lose, it's not that they tanking. It's that they might not be talented enough to win more games than the veterans. So I get it. But at this pace right now, the way our veterans not winning games neither. So and that's why I think a lot of people probably feel some type of way because even our starters is not winning. You know what I mean? And I think that's why a lot of people probably cramming for the younger guy because what difference does it make if the starters are not winning? What difference do we make if you put a young guy there? They're not winning. We're not winning. We're not winning.
Yeah,
And
that's
so I
facts.
do understand where a lot of the fan base is coming from with the Tibbs decision because Tibbs, we won in some in the last 8, 9 games, 10 games. We're not winning, and so try to switch it up and maybe see if somebody can spark the team. So I do get that. I really understand it very well. I understand why they want these guys to play because, like I said, right now, man, it's been disappointing. It is going into the All-Star break, coming out of it, just been disappointing. I really can truly say that I'm disappointed the way our team. It's just like we not coming off that West Coast trip. Maybe that's what it was, Shop House. Maybe coming off that West Coast trip, it kind of took a lot out of them. Being so close in the game, up so many points,
Oh
then you start
yeah.
losing like that. It might have took a lot out of you guys.
Yeah, I
It
mean
might have took a lot.
it took a lot out of me watching them do that. Watching them, the way that if all right, I'm not playing the game, I'm watching the game, but the way I felt after being up 28 points and then losing, oh man, I was horrible, man. I was
Mm,
horrible, and the worst part of being feeling horrible is I felt deflated. That was the word I was using, deflated. I felt deflated. The worst part about feeling deflated that I got to go around my peoples and they see me and then they talk about the Knicks. It seemed like they talk more about the Knicks than I talk about the Knicks. You know what I mean? They come around, hey, what's up with them Knicks? Them Knicks. I seen a guy today and I had a conversation with a guy today. I had on one of my Knicks hats and he just came over to me, little short guy, started talking. He talking about how he grew up and he remember Clyde and all these guys, the old school. He was an older man, and watching them play, and that's how the players need to play, and they never worried about playing 45 minutes and 43 minutes and stuff like that, which is true. I understand that, and the rotations that they used to run used to be maybe 7, 9-man rotations, but they was only having 12 players on their teams and stuff like that. But anyway, that neither here nor there. We just need to get out here and win tonight, man. We need to win tonight. We need that in the worst
real
way.
talk. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Nick, game starting in a few minutes.
Yeah, my bad.
Like I said, this, hey, we coming up in here, win or lose. Nick's real talk. Me and Shy Powell and KJ, we always up in here, man. We know we got to make sure our Knicks fans getting content no matter what. So, but let's go out there. I hope they win tonight. I just want to win, man. I just want to win. Just something to feel good about. So let's see if they can go out there and get it popping tonight, man. Salute to the chat, man. I know it's
downtime. What's your score,
Divine?
What's your score? What's your score?
I'm gonna go now that I know that them cats are. I'm gonna go Knicks 107 to 100. Right. No, hold. Let me rephrase that. 115.
No, why are you in my head?
115 to 108 because our defense has been playing so terrible. I mean, so I got to be real about it. So our defense has been playing terrible. So I'm gonna go 115, 108 for the home team.
Divine, I said Knicks 115, 111. That was going to be my score. We're a little off on their score, but I have it 115, 111. I think we're gonna have a good. I think we're gonna have a good game tonight, and I think McBride's gonna come out and score 25 points.
Cool. There you go, man. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Y'all brothers and sisters always holding it down. Y'all keep the energy going. And but we just gotta stay committed one way or the other. If we support the tank, then that's what you support the tank. You support the win, you support the win. Nobody's wrong, nobody's right. For the guys like me and Shop House who've been doing this thing for a long time, we just want the Knicks to be good. We've been watching this thing for a long time.
Yeah, so man.
We just want to see the Knicks do good, man. Everybody do. But I know these next couple of games are going to tell it all. We don't win these next couple of games. I think the Knicks going full tank mode. I think we don't win these next 2 games and Atlanta, if somebody keep winning, then obviously it's not going to be enough time in the season to get all this back. Because outside powers, if the Knicks don't win tonight, it's telling me that this team is not built for this.
Yeah,
I really got to say, if the Knicks don't come off this game tonight without Devin Booker, without Chris Paul, and don't win that game the way RJ playing, and I got a feeling that this team don't have that internally inside their heart to get up out of this thing. That's what I think. Hope they could prove me wrong, but because we can say they're gonna win this way, they win it, but until they win it, we got to try to kind of call it for what it is. But salute to the chat and everybody, man. Y'all go enjoy the game. Whether you want to win or lose, just go enjoy it. That's what it is, man. And me and Shaw Powers will be back on Sunday the 6th. The Knicks got a back-to-back, the 6th and the 7th. So y'all just check out for the notifications. I'm out on location, guys. I'm on vacation down in Myrtle Beach, so you obviously I'm not in the studio. So pardon me for all the little inconvenience tonight, man. But I just try to do the best I can with the technology I got right now. When I'm not home in the studio, Nick's Real Talk studio. But it's been fun, good chat with everybody, man. Shaw Powers, I'll holler at you later on. I'll give you a call.
Yeah,
we'll talk about the next segment, my brother.
All right.
KJ Dell said he might hit 9 threes on the last.
I said 5, so we close.
Hey, KJ, we do that, man. I'm boycotting, bro. I'm boycotting. You let Everpay knock down 9 threes tonight. I'm boycotting for real. Man. It's good though. It's all good, man. But we'll see you guys on the 6th. Definitely, man. We'll be back up in the building. And we get it popping, man. Nick's Real Talk. Shaw Powers, my man. Real Talk. And let's go get it, New York, man. ESPN, man. Let's see if we can win a game tonight. We really need this in the worst way. So
word up.
We can get it. We'll be all right. Let's try and see what we're gonna do. Peace to everybody, man. Thank you, D-Ross. Real Talk. I need that one, man, for real. Let's go. Yo, salute everybody. Peace. See you the next time.